Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Washington Commanders and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go from the Steel City. And no return here. This is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On the ground, here's the Clemson pilot, Travis Etienne. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 7.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8.
Come on.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be out of bounds awfully close to that first down marker, but they're going to mark him just short. So 3rd down coming up.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches.
19, Charger, 19.
Open man, right side. He's got it. Now he's loose down the right sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That is 2nd TD catch of the season. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers are very quickly out to a 7-0 lead. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Let's go. Steady.
Play action. Here's Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And When you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
Hawk 70. Panther 11. Panther 11.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Bronco 80. Check. Alert. Alert. Let's go.
Here's a first carry for their running back. He's to the 35. Look at him go. Inside the 10. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 99 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Steelers will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here he is, Tyreek Hill back to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Right side, catch is made by McCoy. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
14 yards on the play. First down. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Washington.
18, Pioneer. 19, Lions. Ready.
Daniels now on 1st down. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
70 Lions.
The motion man here is McClure.
60 Maverick.
Throwing on 2nd down. Daniels. That complete to Jacobs. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough but now a much more advantageous spot.
Left wing 19. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Third and short, and it's Daniel. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
That's good for a Washington first down.
To the air again is Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Even in the air, here's Daniels. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Here comes third and 6.
Come back to Cowboy 80. 18 Llroe, 18 Llroe.
Daniels gonna throw again. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Come on. Hit. Cougar 19.
They'll run with Jacobs. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
Go quick. Ready.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. It's McClure open on the left side. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
60
Commanders first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Commanders first down.
80. Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today.
Seven Pirates, back to 60, back to 60. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
Alert! Alert! Back!
Drive will start on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Buffalo 18.
At the 13-yard line.
19 tight. Ready?
Here comes the blitz as he looks, and he'll be taken down. They get him back at the 5-yard line. Jalen Phillips in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's third down. So the two sides going to make that long walk to the other end of the field. 14-0 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From down near his goal line, he'll look to throw. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this 1st down.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Check, hurt.
Ready on 1st down. Daniel. That one taken in. Llroe. Touchdown, Washington. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure, and I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard
They'll begin here on the ground. And he works his way through an opening. Up past the 35. Nice run for 8 on that one.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stick with him again. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Unlock Lions. Go.
They'll stay on the ground. Room to run again. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. 22 yards, the pickup there. That's a Steeler 1st down.
Ready, break! Come on, set! 18 Cardinal!
Back to the ground, he'll get it again. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. This running back's had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
18, let's go. 70 Timberwolf. Warrior 70. Ready.
Now this time they'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
all things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
To get this to his tight end, Freiermuth. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Steeler first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
And 9 at the 18-yard line.
Cougar 19. Gillette. 70 Lions. Bronco 80. Ready.
Now give on the ground, and he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
Rangers. Cowboy 80.
He'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
McLaughlin's kick is good, and the Steelers build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Daniel. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Top 50, top 50. 19 Lions. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
Ready.
To throw is Daniels. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Hold it ready.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there. for fourth down.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Panther 11, Panther 11. Warriors 70.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. He's going to take a shot down the field. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. Going to have it by plenty. Huge gainer on fourth down.
It's a gain of 35. First down, Commanders.
The motion man here is McClure.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Throwing again. Daniels. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
At the Steelers' 22-yard line.
Viking 19.
Hill brought in motion. Quick throw on the RPO is complete. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's first and 10.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Forced to his right. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. This throw right side is caught by Hill.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Moving to his right. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Commanders are back within a score. It's now 17-10. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
35-yard line.
Seven Pirates, 70 Timberwolves.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let one go down the middle. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Down at the 12. It's first and 10.
Panther 11. Cadet. Cougar Knights 18. 60 Bobcat. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
He'll look to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's now 2nd and 10.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Final second now of this first half as this one is away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At the Steelers' 49-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. That's Darnell Savage up from the secondary to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd
Trap 60,
and 9.
trap 60. 18, fire there.
On second down, it's Daniel. Over the middle, that's Komet. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Commander's first down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll throw with Daniel. That complete to Jacobs. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
On the 6.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. 79 Broncos. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Play action. Here's Daniels. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
A loss of 14 on the play. And it's 3rd down.
70. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill.
Intended for Tyreek Hill. It's a turnover on down.
Cardinal. Bronco switch. Bronco switch. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 19 Lions.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20.
It's a gain of
A big-time play for Pittsburgh. An even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard
Ball
line.
down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. The RPO. That one is complete. To the pylon. He's pinned. Touchdown, Steelers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. McLaughlin put it on the extra point. And the Steelers will extend this third quarter lead.
Commanders 10.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
Their own 19-yard line.
Come on. Hit. Hop 70. 19 tight. 19. Ready.
To throw is Daniels on first and 10. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Commanders.
Daniels now on first down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up second and 11 at the 31-yard line.
70 Rangers.
Throwing on second down. Daniel has caught. That's Lane. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
At the 44-yard line.
2 first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's first and 10. Now he'll air one out. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Daniels gonna throw again. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's gonna set up third down. To the air again is Daniels. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Washington, first down.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Moving outside the pocket. He'll get rid of it and complete it. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Let's go.
On play action, Daniels exiting the pocket right. He's going to run it. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
And a Washington first down. First and
Chicago,
goal
hey,
at
Chicago.
the 3-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. And he's going to be swallowed up, taken down, sacked back at the 5.
A loss of a yard.
77.
Second down and goal.
The motion man here is McClure.
Three. Ready.
A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to third and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Get it. Back all 80. Ready,
Third and goal. It's Daniel. Oh, man, wide open. He's got it. Cole Kmet, touchdown, Commanders.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
Going to be brought down up past the 45. It's a nice start to the drive, a gain of 10 and a quick first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
Right back to him on first down. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. I would imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
They'll try the right side this time, and he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Mikey Sainrisville makes the stop. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 36-yard line.
So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes second and 4.
Panther 60, Panther 60, Panther 60.
A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with the lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
Cougar 19. 60 Eagles. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the right zone, inside the 20. A gain there of 11. That's a Steeler first down.
The 17-yard line.
On the jump. Hawk 7. 70, hot 70. Bronco 80. Timberwolf.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. McLaughlin good on the extra point. And the Steelers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Tyreek now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready? Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On first down, Daniels. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
6-yard pickup. Brings up second and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Daniels to throw on second down. That's to McLaurin. They connect again. And will get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. The motion man here is McLaurin. Now Daniels throwing on first and 10. That one, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Throwing again, Daniel. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and that's going to lead to a fourth down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark, but he is short. They've held him on fourth down. What a stand.
On the set. Go. Past the 60. Past the 60.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
He'll drop to throw. Open man downfield is Freiermuth. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And the Steelers
spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Finding space at the 15. And he's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown Steelers. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Steelers tack on one more to their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
Ready, set. Let's go now.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
60.
On second down, it's Daniel. That complete to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 39-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. For the conclusion, operating from the gun, it's Daniel. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Hey, smash Bronco. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. And he's going to go down. The pressure too much. And that should wrap this one up as they have to give it up on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And a solid return as he gets it up past the 45-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
They'll throw with Howell. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
The tackle is going to be made down at the 40-yard line. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completing. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And third down coming up.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they had this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Now it's Hal. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
That's incomplete. Daring ball on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
Let's go. Cavity Lions. Ready,
Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Go.
They'll look to throw. To the tight end, fire move. And he's got about 5 on this one before he's out of bounds. And they're set up a little bit better for third down.
Brings up third and 5.
18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
He'll look to throw. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Throwing is Howell. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. First down, Washington.
It's a gain of 10. And the Washington first down.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Back to throw. Howell. He's got it at about the 8. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Here's Howell. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back in the field.
He'll air it out down the middle. He's